Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
It's a pretty loose pass. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Shevchenko.
Andrei Shevchenko has to be the greatest player to emerge from the former Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, he is the name, isn't he?
Well, when you think he terrorises Europe's best defenders by doing the most beautiful work in the beautiful game, and we're talking goal machine.
Can he finish? Nearly, but not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Probing pass. Great vision. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Shevchenko. A quick look, thought about cutting in. Oh, great leap! That's really well cleared. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Cross in, looks like a good one. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Now it's Batistuta. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, that's fabulous. Real big chance! Hits off target and by quite a way.
He'll be irritated with that, Peter. He really did spring into life as he made his run.
Howson is always scanning the pitch for targets. Messi. So it is still 0-0. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Couch, never the sort to be shot shy. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, good spread. Look at the space here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Foden. Now the ball in. Well read, and the danger is averted. Now it's Batistuta. Edmilson. Now it's Batistuta. That is ended up in no man's land. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Palmeiras clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That's gone route one. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Foden threads one in. He's had a shot! Goal! Vasco da Gama! So smooth. A signature finish.
It's the stuff you work on the training ground time and time again, and it came off.
Vasco da Gama have broken through. It's 1-0. Shapes to shoot! Oh, good finish! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the denial of an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Well, it's never nice to see something like that, is it? But that's what it says in the letter.
Messi! Well, there's the clearance. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. More than half a century of history, the Estadio Morumbis, this gargantuan arena, has borne witness to many a glorious moment for Sao Paulo, both city and club. So straight into the action.
Andrei Shevchenko has to be the greatest player to emerge from the former Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, he is the name, isn't he?
Well, when you think he terrorises Europe's best defenders by doing the most beautiful work in the beautiful game, and we're talking goal machine.
Now it takes a shot! And that caused a fair bit of alarm.
Mbappe certainly made the right decision there to hit it first time. I had the feeling he might try it the way the ball arrived.
Mbappe, Gehi does well to get it back. That has been slung wide. Cross goes in there. Defending of the desperate variety. Not the most accurate pass. Plays a sharp little ball here. And he's being shifted off it. Oh, super find. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Vasco da Gama clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Looking to play him in. He's in a great position here. He is through here. Terrific effort. And he's there to clear it. Valverde! Oh, he has absolutely drilled that.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low too.
Silvestre is looking to influence the game from out wide. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Oh, nicely intercepted. Still goalless at the moment. That is good alertness. Rice. Now it's Shevchenko. Sao Paulo are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
Oh, great leap! Oh, he's hit the bar! In again, impressive jump! Real chance! Goal! Vasco da Gama! And he is away, the launch of a brand new hero. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Vasco da Gama have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Pass somewhat off target. Azar. And this is Shevchenko. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. That is ended up in no man's land. Oh, that's well spotted. But that has not gone well. No way through there. Shevchenko. Now it's Shevchenko. Sankari. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. And this is Shevchenko! Oh, good finish. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Vasco da Gama are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Well, we've seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Serginho! And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Silvestre has a look and plays it forward.
That's a shame because it was such a good decision.
Shevchenko. Donatoni. And it's Shevchenko. Yeah, he's fouled him there. There could be trouble here. But for now, the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, you either commit a foul and take one for the team, or just stand by and concede a potential goal. It's not a great choice, Peter, but I think I do the former in that position.
Neymar is behind this one. Oh, there's a probing ball, and it's made its way to him. Shevchenko. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Mbappe.
Such good technique.
Well read, nice interception. Sangare. Oh, that's a key interception. And that is the end of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Vasco da Gama sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat.
Substituição no time do São Paulo. Camisa 41.
Away we go again.
Camisa 21. Camisa 4.
Messi has the space to scheme. Now here's the delivery. It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, good looking ball. Threads one in. Good ball, good take. He's picked his way through. It's a really well-measured ball. And here's Shevchenko. Valverde. Dumfries. Played out towards the right wing. He's shifting through the gears here. Chance!
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Getting up there! Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Albert Ferrer. Albert Ferrer. Oh, that's fabulous. The ball goes in. And it's Denzel Dumfries. It's a pretty loose pass. Now that's well seen too. And this is Shevchenko. Rafinha! They want to be quick to recover this. Played in.
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Tries to play it through. That pass isn't the best. Rafinha. Vasco da Gama with this handy-looking 2-0 lead. They are looking comfortable. Sangare, 60 minutes played. Now it's come to nothing. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Incoming delivery. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Played out to the left flank, and it's Serginho. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Drives it in. And that is out and behind. It's a good block. It's their second corner of the game. Takes a shot! And now a sudden chance to counter. Rafinha. Messi. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. He might be in here!
Might want to be careful there.
Now this could be a chance. Shevchenko. Nicely spread. Now it's Dumfries. Picked out brilliant, and Shevchenko! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Shevchenko clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Vasco da Gama have their third corner. Sao Paulo are looking to go forward now. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Great ball, and he's in here. O'Reilly makes a dash for it. Hazard. Nicely weighted ball.
That's good play from him.
And he's managed to get free. Hangs one in. Oh, this looks sharp. The message is clear. None shall pass. He's on it. Mohamed Salah! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Mohamed Salah really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
Spread neatly. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Leading by 2, and the finishing line in sight. It's a pretty loose pass. Now it's Mbappe. Looking for the run. This looks promising. Mohamed Salah was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Osimhen. Rafinha. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. Well, that's a booking. Always looked it.
I just think it was a cheap foul to give away.
O'Reilly. And Rafinha, played out wide. Albert Ferrer, played in by Albert Ferrer. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. And here's Osimhen, and he welcomes it in. Now it's Mohamed Salah, not the most accurate pass. O'Reilly, some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's having a hit! Good strike, quite an alarm. Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Now it's Osimhen. Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking. It is close, but that is the last of it. Vasco da Gama can probably lay claim to the title of having been the better side here. Certainly more results driven as they went about. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Vasco da Gama.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then.
I think when it comes to pace and finishing of the highest order, there's someone down there who always stands out.
Yeah, no prizes for guessing.
It's Sheva, Andrei Shevchenko, poacher.
Shapes to shoot! He's delivered all right!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Tries to play it through. Pinches it off him. Sangare. It's a pretty loose pass. Shevchenko. Sangare. Serginho. And this is Messi. And there's his chance to lead the counter. And he's managed to get free. And no mistake. Alexander-Arnold, nicely spread. So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Howson. Oh, can he get onto this? Pass somewhat off target. Sangare. Now it's Shevchenko. Not the most accurate pass. Edmilson, and it's slung out wide. He's picked his way through. Couts. He's having a shot! Valverde. And Sangare. The less said about that pass, the better. Vasco da Gama, currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. That's going wide left. And it's made its way to him. And he decides... Oh! Takes a shot! Oh, he's hit the bar! That has not gone well. He'll try from distance! Off the post! That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Couch.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Van Dijk. Sangare. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he cuts out the supply. Edmilson. And that was asking for too much. Serginho. He's a sharp little ball here. Valverde. Dumfries. It's a throw-in. Ball's out, it'll be a throw-in again. Valverde. Can he get it through? Played out to the left flank. Serginho. Terrific effort! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
And that's really well manoeuvred. It's a really well-measured ball. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. Oh, he's taken it. Garcia. Oh, this looks sharp. Serginho. Shot at goal! And it's in! And This is getting better and better. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get press from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Vasco da Gama are doing very nicely, thank you.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Vasco da Gama looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Stood up well to him there. Fernandez.
Vasco da Gama are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way-through zone.
Valverde. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Played out wide. Oh, he's caught him in or out. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. Messi looking to play it into the box. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. That's going to go a long way. Valverde. And that's a dangerous... Big chance! Relentless! Just relentless! It had to come! It just had to come! He had to have his say! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
A case now of complete control. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And we've reached half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Thank you very much for your
Vasco da Gama will be wanting more of the same in the second half then. Utterly dominant in the first period, and they're 3-0 up.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund, number 6.
So we're off again.
Number 21, Dirk Kuyt. Number
Howson.
7, Danny Olmo.
Now he's off and running.
Number 22.
Now it's Batistuta.
Coming on
And
the
that's
field,
another good win of the ball.
5, Batistuta.
Ambitious ball here. He's being urged to shoot. And the shot! It's a goal! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Borussia Dortmund may be down, but not out just yet. Neymar. And it's Denzel Dumfries. Now that looks a decent ball. Silvestre providing an outlet on that flank. Goes for a shot! And that's a tiny finish. That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
All of a sudden we have a game here.
and things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
He has found the way through. Deftly away. Cross to the back post. Now, who's going to be first to this? Van Nistelrooy. That has been slung wide. Messi. And here's Shevchenko. Fernandez did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing. Towering header! And a neat finish! Pomp, panache and passion! This, a man full of it all! Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And there was his third, and boy, he looks the business, doesn't he just? He's going for goal! That's a fair try, but just off target.
I don't think anyone's really surprised that he's tried that, Peter. He's certainly confident in smacking one from range.
Messi, oh, perfectly measured that. And the shot! And that's in! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
Vasco da Gama, visibly comfortable, now up by 3.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And he's there to retrieve it. Dumfries. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Fernandez. Great vision. He's looking wide. He's found the way through. And the finish! He's got a goal! This day becomes absolutely perfect, utterly ideal. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. This easily the most keenly anticipated of today's games.
Steven Gerrard is capable of taking a game by the scruff of the neck and anywhere he wants after that.
Yeah, one way or another he'll contribute to the scoring of a goal.
Yeah, and when the going gets tough, tough seems to come easy for him.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Dumfries. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Alexander-Arnold. No, not quite on the same wavelength. And the counter is on. Well, played right into his path. Batistuta gets into... He's going for goal! Just the wrong side.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Now it's Dumfries. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Baresi. It's a searching pass. Well, that pass isn't the best. He's found space here. That's an excellent interception. Now it's Shevchenko. Now that looks a decent ball. Now it's Messi. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And it's Valverde. Caceres gets over and intercepts. Looking for options for movement. Dumfries. The ball goes in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Shevchenko. Oh, shooting chance! The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Shevchenko. He's got away with one there.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Flamengo have the chance to go the other way. Davids! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
It's quite a show he's putting on here. This is excellent work.
Batistuta! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Plenty of endeavour from either side, but not much of it in the vicinity of either goal.
Well, it's certainly not a drab affair, Peter. It's had its moments.
Dumfries.
I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely...
Here's a shot! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Flamengo have their second corner now. "15 minutes till half-time. And now they can spring out of defence. Great ball if he can get there. Goes for a shot! Goal! Vasco da Gama! Was there ever any doubt?
Well, was there ever any doubt? It made it look like he's done it over and over and over again, and he has.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Oh, he's just loving that. Certainly gives you a very unique feeling. Tremendous.
Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Picked out brilliantly.
Vasco da Gama really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second. Kvaratskhelia clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
It's a good... Getting up there! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Corner number 2 then. Towering header! Oh, that was no routine save.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Dumfries. That looks a cracking ball. No, again there's no way through. And here's Dumfries. Oh, that was vital. Davids looking for the chance to skim one in from range.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
Batistuta. He can run onto that. And no, that was never going to make it. So a temporary halt to the action. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Vasco da Gama up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating. Vasco da Gama are 1-0 up at half-time and it's all to play for. Hostilities have resumed at the start of the second. And that's a good finish. And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So that's 2 now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Great chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! And he's got what he came for, his 20th goal. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Flamengo can now introduce the first of their substitutes. A case now of complete control.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Sankare. Serginho. Serginho is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Flamengo appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time. And the shot! And yes, it's there! There is a man right at the top of his game, and he just knows it. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Vasco da Gama are having a ball here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Dumfries.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Alexander-Arnold does well not to be outdone there. And here's Kvaratskhelia. Valverde. Sankare. And it's been played through. Good read, needed to be. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Challenge just a bit on the firm side.
They want to be quick here, it's breakaway time.
He's picked his way, and Batistuta! Van Dijk. And that's a Batistuta! It's a goal! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
At least that has given their people something to smile about. Can he get on the end of this? Cross the header! He's got a goal! His utter joy! He engages with absolute happiness. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Vasco da Gama are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Messi. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And here's Shevchenko. Threads one in. That has not gone well. Howson is the team's great visionary. Now Foden. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Nicely weighted ball. Kvaratskhelia. Can he get it through? Cute ball now, how can he reach it? McAllister, can he finish? Well, now it's a race for the ball. Sankare. Messi. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Baresi kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Goes back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
Foden. Marquinhos. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Marquinhos is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Foden. Foden plays... Oh, great leap!
Foram indicados 4 minutos de acréscimo.
Davids. 4 extra minutes added on. It's come to nothing. Oh, that was vital. Yehi. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. And this is Batistuta, and the shot! And it's in!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
Substituição no time do Vasco da Gama. Camisa 13. Camisa 8.
Flamengo get their goal. A bit of respectability restored.
Camisa 17.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Oh, it seems as though someone has been forced to pull up lame here.
Yeah, and the manager's concerned too. Substitution time perhaps, or maybe not, we'll see.
Well, he is going to soldier on by the looks of it.
Camisa 6.
And that'll be the end of that. Vasco da Gama can look back on a nigh-on perfect performance here. A super contest in which they swept their opponents. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. So we're very much on the way now. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, when it comes to centre-backs, Peter, we can't really ignore the impressive Sven Botman, who is a bit on the tall side, being 6'5". But, you know, having come through total football, sometimes you think that this guy is not really a defender because his passing game is so good. He can spray the ball.
Shoots! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Punched away. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Manchester United are looking to go forward now.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And he was alert to it. That has not gone well. Messi, Manchester United have it back and can go again. He's a sharp little ball here.
Might want to be careful there.
Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Oh, that looks a crack. There's the shot! Brilliant from Shevchenko! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And it's Vasco da Gama who take the lead. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. It is another opportunity from a set piece they have here.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Dumfries. Tries to play it through. He has a look up. Space for him to turn and look. Oh, can he finish? And yes, it's there! And they're threatening to fly away here. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
Oh, he's caught him there, it's a free kick. And that's going to be a booking. Vasco da Gama have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? And a header! That's another chance! Relentless! Just relentless! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
And yes, it's him again. A case now of complete control.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Camavinga carries the ball down the right. Now it's Mbappe. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. And he plays one through. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. And that has put paid to that. Pedri. Camavinga. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe stood his ground strongly. Alexander-Arnold. He is through here. Out for a throw. Coming up to half-time, leading, and things are looking pretty good. And here's Ronaldinho. Messi. And that's clear-cut, it's a free kick. Camavinga has been shown a second yellow, just to confirm. He is therefore off. Now it's Mbappe. Genuine physical edge about this game. It is quite attritional. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. That's good running with the ball. Now it's Ronaldinho. He might be in here! Whistle's gone, that's a foul. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
Alexander-Arnold ready to try one. So the perfect chance to get one back. He's gone for it! Alexander-Arnold. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Ronaldinho. Sangare. Serginho. That's a pretty loose pass. Alexander-Arnold. Ronaldinho. Sangare. And they can counter here. He's found a way through. Showing good feet. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. Vasco da Gama presented with a golden opportunity here. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. We are just getting started. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Peter, Aurelien Tchouameni is someone I see as being a real tour de force in that midfield. He's a tireless worker. I've heard so many people say he's just a nightmare to try and get away from. A real destroyer whose abilities on the counter-press are very potent.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Valverde spots it and intercepts. Yehi. He's had it taken off him. Tchouameni wins the duel this time. Threads one in. Fernando Torres. He's beaten and the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Messi. Lampard. Schneider. Now, can they get him away? Oh, well played. Sangare. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Lampard. Schneider. And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card. Schneider. Now it's Bale. Bale proves just a little bit too strong. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Palmeiras clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Van Dijk makes the interception. Vasco da Gama are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That has earned a reprieve for the time being. Tries one from range! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Sangare really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Header comes in! No, just not quite.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Engages and forces him off the ball. And it's Denzel Dumfries. Can he get on the end of this?
Might want to be careful there.
Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Well, there is concern on the faces of the players standing around him here.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
Valverde. He's going for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Oh, good climb! Firm header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
And it's Denzel Dumfries. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cafu tries to clear. Shevchenko! Loose ball now, and there's a chase. And again! Goal! Vasco da Gama! And it's Vasco da Gama who take the lead. What a header! flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
The first breakthrough.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
Oh, the movement is slick. The little doubt, that is a foul. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game. Oh, he's hit the bar! That pass has been well intercepted. That has not gone well. He'll try from distance! Messi.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is
And he
filled.
shoots! Sharp and fitting, but not quite.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating. Vasco da Gama really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Ball swung in. Getting up there! He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Palmeiras restore parity.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Nicely weighted ball, and he's picked out the run. Casillas gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Van Dijk calmly anticipates. Dumfries tries to pass it through. That's a nicely shaped ball. Bale, that's the end of the first 45. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it's been a decent game so far, Peter, although I think in the next 45 minutes we could do with the ball being moved around quicker with a view to trying to entice their opponents out of position. I don't think there'll be a mad rush to do that just yet.
But it has been tight, it's been competitive. Each side with one significant moment, and at half-time the score is 1-1. So straight into the second half. And this is Bale, Lampard. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Tries to play it through. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Silvestre. Bale chasing after it. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Strokes it back.
Just too much pressure, had to go that way.
Schneider. Now Neymar. Dumfries. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now it's Neymar. And it's Lampard. Now it's Shevchenko. Messi, looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Dumfries. Alexander-Arnold knocks it out wide. And Shevchenko! That was superb goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Almost an hour gone. Howson is the team's great visionary. Silvestre. That's a little off target. Serginho, who does have an assist to his name. Shevchenko, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Well, that pass isn't the best. Silvestre. Serginho. And Sankare. Torres. Schneider. And it's Tchouaméni. Van Dijk. And Silvestre. And the pass is intercepted. Serginho. Van Dijk. Sankare. Serginho. Great vision, and he's intervened well there. Howson is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Dumfries. Lampard. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's found the way through. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. And he's going to have his name taken.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Deixando o campo para a entrada de camisa 17, camisa 15.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this. That was mighty close. Half an hour gone in the second half. Lovely pass, but can he get... Can he finish? Goal! Vasco da Gama! Such thrill, such noise, and how this matters! Whoever is in his path, he will always find a way.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Vasco da Gama leading now.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Messi. Messi running with intent. Into the last 5 minutes.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
He leaps for it! Off the bar! Goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Foden at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
Vasco da Gama have surely won it, or so you would think.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
He's having a pop! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Well, and that will be it. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Things already rolling.
Andrei Shevchenko has to be the greatest player to emerge from the former Eastern Bloc.
Yeah, he is the name, isn't he?
Well, when you think he terrorises Europe's best defenders by doing the most beautiful work in the beautiful game, and we're talking goal machine.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Nicely weighted ball. Sangare. Oh, perfectly measured that. Goes for a shot! Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Fernandez. Messi. That is ended up in no man's land. Howson. Sangare. Tries to play it through. Shevchenko! Andrei Shevchenko, the great Ukrainian goal machine!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football.
And Messi! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Now it's Mbappe, and he's lost his man here. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Vasco da Gama clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Can he finish? Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Knocks it out wide. That's where it came from. Now the delivery. That's really well cleared. Vasco da Gama have got it back, and they'll have another go. Played out wide, and he's quick to return it. Hoisted in. Donnarumma deals with that nice and simple. And here's Shevchenko. Nicked it back promptly. Now, can they get him away? Great vision. And that is headed for... Oh, good effort!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, that is one way to stop him. Sangare. Now it's Dumfries.
Vitoria really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
Messi. Pass somewhat off target. Dumfries is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Not the most convincing of passes. And that is out of play. Alexander-Arnold. Messi. Serginho. And it's Messi. Dumfries.
Oh, great feat, that.
He's got away. Oh, it's played into the area. That could spell trouble. And they can counter here. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Van Dijk with the foul. And it's Camavinga, looking tidy in possession here. Mbappe ploughing through the middle. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Messi. Now that looks a decent ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Now it's Shevchenko. Van Dijk. No, again there's no way through. Camavinga.
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
Oh, easy pickings there.
Teremos
Serginho.
minuto de acréscimo.
And here's Messi. Lovely pass, but can... Mbappe! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Vasco da Gama coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Vasco da Gama looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Vasco da Gama can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
Alexander-Arnold did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process.
Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
Oh, cracking ball. Good take. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Foden. That has not gone well. Fernandes is fouled. Van Dijk. Hazard. And here's Shevchenko. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And it's Hazard. That's been slipped through. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Team still separated by the game's only goal. Now it's Dumfries, and he's managed to get free. Dumfries tries a cross.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
He has found a way through. And this... And Shevchenko! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Substituição.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
muito presente
Camavinga.
na partida de hoje.
And again they run up against stubborn defending.
14 espectadores.
Looking to play him in. Real chance here. And he whips it in.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement. I wouldn't fancy playing up front in these circumstances, to be honest. There's absolutely no supply.
Well, looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Fernandes. And here's Mbappe. Guehi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Played into space. Lovely. Shevchenko! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Dumfries is sporting a guilty look after that.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque. Victoria appear determined to play through the middle again. And guess what? It's the same result.
And Messi! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Victoria really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Foden. It's a pretty loose pass. Nicely spread. Shevchenko looking for the run. Chance for a shot! And the difference is still one, but only just.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Now this could be a chance. And now they can spring out of defence. It's a good run down the right. This looks promising. Well, he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. And it's Fernandes. 1-0 as we head towards the end. That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Not the most accurate pass. Pass somewhat off target. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough. And
Hazard! It's anyone's ball now.
Teremos minuto de
Not too much to add on here, just a minute. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And that is as far as it goes. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride.
souvenirs da partida de hoje.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So off we go then. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad Jules Koundé a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that and he's a formidable presence at the back.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Played out to the left flank. Vieira cuts out the pass. Oh, nicely intercepted. And it's Del Piero. Floated through. Oh, this is a great... And the shot! Serginho. Well, good play on the left-hand side here. Looking to play him in. And that could set him on his way. Big chance! There it is!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Of course, there's a question mark over the keeper on his near post there, but it was such a clever finish to spot the gap and find it.
Ibrahimovic! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Van Dijk. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Nicely shaped ball. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now that's well seen too. Vieira. Looking for a runner. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Alexander-Arnold. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Tonali. Rijkaard. Can he get onto this? Silvestre picks it up out wide. Can he finish? Caught offside that time. Valverde spots it and intercepts. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Shot could be on. Shapes to shoot! And that's a good finish. They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
Pressure? What pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from them.
And Messi! Vieira. Hullet. Tries to play it through. And he's managed to get free. And it's Hullet. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. And that really is the last thing they wanted to do. So, having trailed to lead. And they've turned it round! Not much more than a formality.
A picture of confidence, that was never missing.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Oh, good spread. And he was quick to react. Incoming towering header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Rijkaard. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Just eases him off the ball. It's a searching pass. Howson. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Vasco da Gama clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
He shifted it to the flank. Can he get it through? And no, that was never going to make it. And he's had it nicked away. Tonali makes a dash for it. Now who's going to be first to this? He'll try from distance! Oh, and that is a thrilling end to the first 45. Well, the scoreline at half-time, a fair reflection of things overall, you'd have to say that. There was certainly no lack of effort or endeavour in the first half. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I've been left almost breathless here, Peter. This is frantic stuff. 45 minutes just seem to fly by. Here's hoping both teams can maintain this level.
So that's it for the first half, and everyone takes a well-earned rest.
I'd like to draw your attention to the screen right now for information on our shuttle bus service. Substitutions taking place.
Down to business again.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Played out towards the right wing. Nicely weighted ball. Lofted in. Tonali, nice looking ball. That is good alertness. Vasco da Gama, different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Del Piero chasing after it. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Tries to pass it through. That has been cut short. Marquez. Vieira kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Well, they are still trailing, and they require a change of fortune pretty sharpish. That's the keeper's ball. Oh, Red, nice interception. Silvestre is looking to influence the game from out wide. Can he get on the end of this? And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Borussia Dortmund clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Yeah, he's offering an apology for that. He needed to deliver a better ball. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Nicely shaped cross. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. Searching pass he's played there. Vasco da Gama are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And it's Hullet. Baresi aims beyond the defence. Howson. Messi. That has ended up in no man's land. Rijkaard. Del Piero has been caught there, it's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken.
Substitution in progress.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. Oh, brilliant stop from Courtois! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's Marquez. Vieira. And a header! And that would have been game, set and match.
Pele really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Nicely aimed pass. Well, that is one way to stop him. Azar. And he was quick to react.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, can he finish? Well, there's contact there one way or another. Oh, it's a penalty. Vasco da Gama really could have done without this. Courtois clearly engaging in mind games here. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
Borussia Dortmund go up by 2 and are looking good.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Threads one in. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Now it's Pele. Knocks it into space. He's had a shot! Yes! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So now the difference is 3.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
He ran himself into trouble there, free kick given away. Kupchu. Good take, and is he in? Decent chance! Goal! They are playing them off the park. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
And yes, it's him again. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. He has found the way through. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, denied at the last.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And that is as much as we have time for. Vasco da Gama can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. Well, this is a guy who has pushed back the boundaries year on year. A brilliant maverick who just, Jim, seems to go on and on.
Yeah, he's simply the boss, Peter. Everyone else, including us, just the supporting cast in an act where he will always take centre stage.
In the Zlatan show, Zlatan is the only star.
I'm not arguing.
He's picked his way through. There's the delivery. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Played in. Well read, and the danger is averted. That has not gone well. And here's Ibrahimovic. Valverde. Well, that pass isn't the best. Rodri. And Marquinhos. Rodri. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Stojkovic. And this is Ibrahimovic. Alexander. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking. What a start, free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Messi! That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Now it's Messi. Messi. Pedri! It's loose, and there's a... Oh, what has happened here? And this is Schneider. Vasco da Gama, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Dumfries. Now it's Dumfries, and he's managed to get free. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Silvestre. He has found the way through. Valverde. Tries to pass it through. Silvestre is one whose deliveries we all know about. Shevchenko. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Silvestre. And it's Schneider. Marquinhos. Tries to play it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Can he get onto this? Getting up there! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Up towards the front line. Alexander-Arnold. Approaching the half-hour mark. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Alexander-Arnold. Here's Rodri. Pedri. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Rodri. Ball's gone out of play. And it's Messi. The referee's awarded a free kick. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Alexander-Arnold, Stojkovic, here's Rodri. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but it's Schneider! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Gehi, Sankare, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Decent chance! Schneider! Brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Como are in front now, the game's only goal.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Ibrahimovic! And that's a good finish. And they're threatening to fly away here.
Pedri really played that return ball to perfection there, Peter. He knew the exchange was on and he put it on a plate for his teammate. That was just gorgeous.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's a great time for them to keep the momentum going. I don't see any need to change the approach. Keep at it with the same intensity, and soon enough, they'll get another break.
And he's had it nicked away. Spread to the right. Messi. And he's made sure that's not getting through. And that brings the first half to a close.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So the action resumes.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And claimed it back swiftly. Goes for a shot! And it's in! Barely into the second half, and already it is heating up. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Schneider can see things others simply cannot. And this is Schneider. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Vasco da Gama have got it back and they'll have another go. Dumfries has it out wide and in space. Schneider. Pedri making good progress. He's shifting through the gears here. Pedri crosses. And here's Ibrahimovic. Schneider. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Sangare. That's tidy. And this is Shevchenko. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Now it's Messi. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Alexander-Arnold has it in a wide position. And he's whipped it across. Marquinhos can get it clear. Dumfries.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it. Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
Stojkovic. And it's Messi. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Succumbs to the pressure. Howson concedes a free kick for that. Pedri opts for safety. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's on it. Can he get away? Pedri. Good read. Needed to be. Sangare. Now Howson. Serginho, given the lift of his goal. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Valverde. Dink through. Schmeichel breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. Just a quarter of an hour to play. And it's Pedri. Rodri. Pedri has created one goal already. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Alexander-Arnold. Now it's Messi.
Such good technique.
He's got away. Ball swung in. Oh, good effort. He's got a goal. And surely that does it. Perfect time. Decisive strike. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Como go up by 2 and are looking good.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal.
And Messi! Another one of football's and how moments.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Camisa 13. Sai para a entrada do jogador. Camisa 17.
It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Foden going face-to-face with his great rival. Como have the chance to go the other way. And this is Ibrahim. Great chance! Alexander-Arnold. Foden goes looking wide. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Azar. And it's Ed Nielsen. And it's Denzel Dumfries. And Alexander-Arnold. Oh, that's a key interception. That's been cut out, well played. Foden. 4 added minutes on the board. Spread out to the left. Stojkovic. And it's Ibrahimovic. De Jong, played out to the left flank. He is through here! And time is up. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Not a lot that went glaringly wrong, but the result is one that will make them suffer. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So we're all raring to go again. In life, of course, there's so much more important than this game, and yet this game feels so important. It is crucial, imperative that the teams harbouring ambitions to go a long way come smoothly out of the blocks here, and it's all building up very nicely. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So straight into the action. Oh, no joy this time. Can he get it through? And he plays one through. What a throw in. That's tidy. Cross to the back post. Cleared away. Out for a throw. Threads one in. He has a look up. Good ball, good take. Here comes the cross. And he's cleared it back out.
I think when it comes to pace and finishing of the highest order, there's someone down there who always stands out.
Yeah, no prizes for guessing.
It's Sheva, Andrei Shevchenko, poacher, predator and punisher.
Dumfries. And this is Shevchenko. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Camavinga. Messi gets into a good position. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this. A big chance! Goal! Vasco da Gama! We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Aos 19 minutos do primeiro tempo, pelo jogador, camisa 22.
Vasco da Gama have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Showing good feet. He's on it, can he get away? Not a hint of offside here. Howson with the clearance. Oh, that's nice. Now it's crossed into the middle. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Ball in towards the middle. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Well read, and the danger is averted. Edmilson. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Tries to pass it through. And he should have made them pay.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And now they can spring out of defence. Messi, who's set up one goal so far. Mbappe. That has been slung wide. Driving forward. Looking for options for movement. Across. And it's safely in the keeper's hands.
Vasco da Gama can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Oh, he's trying to skip past his man, and it's Kamavinga. Shevchenko, can he finish? And he's really put himself on the line here. Cleared away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now then, the ball's come loose. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Lovely pass, but can he get there?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's been won straight back. Now, can they get him away? Kamavinga. Howson is the team's great visionary. And the referee has signalled for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Vasco da Gama just ahead then as we reach 45 minutes.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Vasco da Gama with the game's only breakthrough. It's 1-0. Second period is underway.
Vasco da Gama definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
No, he's just misjudged that one. Out of play for a goal kick. Camavinga, Alexander-Arnold. That'll be a throw. Alexander-Arnold has it out wide and in space. Can he stop it going out? Oh, what has happened here? Camavinga! Well, that's a fair try, but just off target. Messi is onto it in a flash. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a nicely weighted... Gets his head on it! And a terrific save from the keeper.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Edmilson. That's a good ball out wide. Oh, he's found support out wide. Oh, such a clever touch. Tries to get it clear. Oh, he's been caught napping.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Your impression so far, Jim? Well, he's had a shot! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Opts for safety. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Now it's Shevchenko. Edmilson. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Now it's Shevchenko. Oh, good-looking ball. Dumfries looking to receive it in space. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Into the last quarter of an hour.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And now the breakaway. And he's forced to go back. Howson. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Hangs in across. Terrific effort! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And he's picked it up out wide, and it's played into the middle.
Well, from experience, I can tell you he'll get a lot of stick for getting that one wrong. Vasco da Gama surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Vasco da Gama leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Oh, this is a great position. Great vision. Mbappe in acres of space out wide. In with the challenge.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
He's shifting through the gears here. Mbappe with an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
Vasco da Gama are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Camavinga being applauded off here, having made a sizable contribution.
He's sharing a smile or two as he's leaving the pitch, Peter. I think his contribution is widely appreciated. Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
1 minute to add, according to the board. He's free, he has got space. Elects to cross. He's there to head it! They've got to be quick to recover this. And there goes their last chance. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Vasco da Gama pretty much coasted this, Peter. Should they have done more to kill it off? Absolutely. But at the same time, you can't say they were overly exerted either. So it's a good result and a clean sheet. A bonus.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
Ou sem o estacionamento mantido pelo clube, ou outros estabelecimentos pagos da região.
you